let's go to London, England, where Jim and Phil have the call.
Browns, Broncos, coming up here on EA Sports as we welcome you to the host city of the 2012 Summer Olympics.
When you have teams that don't like each other, that usually means we're going to see a physical football game. And in the NFL, when it gets really physical, it's fun to watch.
And Travis Benjamin is back deep here, awaiting the opening kickoff. And Matt Prater has this one teed up as they gear up for kickoff. Baker's going to start his return.
Can he regain the form that he had last year? As a starting quarterback, he won 3 games and lost none. This is a capable guy. Finally got his chance, and he showed everybody he can get it done.
First down and 10. Tate's going to secure the handoff. They bring him to the turf. For the offense and running back after so many years serving as Arian Foster's backup. Here is Ben Tate.
Well, his time has arrived. Now we're going to see everybody wants to be the man. Well, he's the man now. Will he deliver? I think he will. He's got that kind of talent.
The Browns snap it at the 31. And they tackle him there at the 34. Let's talk about this defense. After so many years of starring in Dallas, here is DeMarcus Ware at linebacker.
He has so much pride in what he does. He stays in unbelievable shape. And for a defensive end, he can go 100% from the first play to the last play of every game.
On the way, third.
Well, the defense has got to be excited. Anytime on third down they make the play, they get pretty fired up. But when you sack a quarterback on third down, that is one happy and emotional defense right now.
Lanning is back now. He'll be punting. That'll stop the clock with that timeout. That timeout might be very useful for the offense. They're now ready to go. Lanning is back now. He'll be punting. Welker's going to take this one from the 28. Welker tackled down. He's taken teams from Indianapolis and Denver to the Super Bowl. He's quarterback Peyton Manning.
What a year Peyton Manning had for the Denver Broncos in 2013. Led them to the Super Bowl. Record numbers for the offense. Record numbers for him. It's just amazing what he does year in and year out.
They face first down. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Manning's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Looks to his left. Very nearly intercepted. Here's a look at the offensive unit that needs to get off to a strong start today. Second down after the incompletion. Welker's a receiver in the slot. Manning with the give. Whitner's there to make the tackle. Here's a look at the defensive starters. It includes the good young cornerback out of Oklahoma State, Justin Gilbert.
Yeah, nice pick by the Cleveland Browns. Mike Pettin and his defense in Cleveland, they need cover corners, and they got the best one in the draft in Justin Gilbert.
Third down and 10. Here's Sanders. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field.
When you play this cover 3 defense, just kind of sit back there and try not to give up the big play. That is great. The problem is you give up all these short plays. How about that throw by the quarterback on that slant pattern that time?
First and 10. Gonna try and scramble now. They're gonna get him here for a sack.
It is without a doubt the worst place to get pressure up the middle on the quarterback. It happened that time, and he did the right thing. Just take the sack.
Second and long. Gets away from the pressure, and he's taken down again for the sack.
Sacks are so hard to come by in the NFL, but how about this time? The defender gets the sack. That is 2 sacks in 2 plays.
To go for it. Manning set in the pistol. The Broncos will take the snap from the 40. Balls handed the football to the right side. And the flag comes out.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Grabbing the face mask. We see it almost once a week, and here it happens again.
Well, a lot of times these defenders, I'll give them a little slack because they're running so fast. They're trying to tackle some tremendous athletes in open space, and sometimes accidentally you're going to grab the face mask.
Now first and 10. Almost intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. Ball lines up in the backfield. Manning's running away from the pressure. The defense gets the sack.
There's nothing worse to a quarterback than having offensive linemen getting driven back in his way. That time the right side of the line collapses, and it leads to a sack of the QB.
Running away from the pressure. Feeling the heat. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
The kick is good.
Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some hot.
Browns are back deep, ready to return. And now Benjamin. And he's taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. First down here. Benjamin's lined up now as a slot receiver. Hoyer's back in shotgun formation. And he's thrown to the ground.
My God, you're talking about getting overpowered. I guess they were expecting a speed move. The right guard and right tackle are both pulled. They get run over and they give up a sack.
Getting sacked. It's now 2nd and 18. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. No separation at all. Incomplete.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at 3rd and long, and look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
The quarter is about to end. One more play first. Boyer's got it in the gun. And they sack the quarterback. And that's a quick series, a 3-and-out. We're through one quarter, and we'll take a short break as you're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the action. Today, it's been all about the defenses. Lanning is back now. He'll be punting. Welker from the 29. Will mark him at the 46. Welker's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Manning standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Going for the deep ball. Could have been intercepted.
Just not a good decision by the quarterback. I mean, maybe on the sidelines they keep calling the wrong plays, but he's attacking the strength of this cover 2 defense. Don't do that. Throw where they're not. That's deep down the middle.
Second down following that incompletion. Offense lines up here. Here's Sanders. And Sanders has stopped there.
The Broncos understand, just get whatever yards you can every time you run a play. That's what they do that time. It's a short completion, but look what position it puts them here in on third down. This is something they can handle.
Third down. Manning's setting up now in the pistol. Ball's got it on the handoff. He's going to be brought down, and that's going to be a 3-and-out for this offense.
The Browns guessed right on the defensive side that time. They thought it was going to be a run play. They were all over it, and they got it in the backfield and made the tackle.
And it'll be Colquitt back to punt. The fake is on, and they're looking to pick up the first. Secures it with 2 hands. He's stacked up at that point. First down here after the completion. Manning out of the gun. That catch will extend the drive.
Hard to play man-to-man against such a quality receiver. You got to mix up the coverage. You play straight man-to-man, you're going to give up a lot of completions.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. They've come out in the dime package. Peyton Manning from the shotgun. Here's Sanders. And Sanders is stopped there. Every wide receiver wants to be considered a #1 option. And here in the first half, this is the guy who has been one, Phil.
He is a #1 receiver. When we talk about #1 receivers in the NFL, that means they're able to get open no matter what the situations are presented to them. And the designs, they have been outstanding, giving them a chance to get open so far here today.
Kruger sends an animal on that play.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
The play clock's running down. Quarterback did not get the snap in time. That'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still second
Coming
down.
up, second down. The Browns sat at the line. Dime package. Manning from the gun. Throws the pass. Here's Sanders. In stride, and he's home for the touchdown.
Well, good job on that touchdown that time. And I'll tell you, there's nothing like being on top of the other team and make them chase you.
The Broncos now will tack on the extra point. The point after. Matt Prater is ready to run up and kick this football. No return here as he takes a knee in the end zone. The Browns getting ready now to start their drive. It's Tate in the backfield. First and 10. On the money. They tackle him at the 26-yard line.
Good job by the quarterback that time. He doesn't panic. He reads that it's a zone, and you have to wait for the receivers to get in between the defenders. Nice throw and catch.